Welcome everyone! We are diving deep into a common issue today, procrastination at work. This seemingly innocent habit has a way of stealthily creeping into our lives, making us delay, postpone, and avoid tasks that we should be doing right away. It's like that little devil on your shoulder, whispering in your ear to choose relaxation over hustle, immediate gratification over long-term benefits. Procrastination is not a stranger to most of us. In fact, it's a well-known fact that a staggering 20% of Americans are chronic procrastinators. Now, if you thought that was high, brace yourself, because when it comes to college students, the numbers shoot up dramatically. Between 80 to 95% of college students are guilty of constantly putting off assignments. But why is procrastination such a prevalent issue? The reasons are as diverse as the individuals themselves. For some, the sheer enormity of the task can be overwhelming, leading to avoidance. For others, boredom or lack of interest in the task can be a driving factor. Fear of failure is another common reason, where the anxiety of not meeting expectations causes one to avoid the task altogether. And then, there are those who simply do not want to do the work. Whatever the reason may be, procrastination is a hurdle we all must learn to overcome, for it stands between us and our goals, between us and our success. Before we move forward, do subscribe and like this video. We appreciate your support. To overcome procrastination, we first need to understand why it happens. Procrastination is a common challenge that many of us face. In fact, 20% of Americans identify as chronic procrastinators. This number skyrockets among college students, with 80 to 95% admitting to regularly putting off assignments. But why do we procrastinate? One of the main reasons is the feeling of being overwhelmed. When we are faced with a mountainous task or a project that seems enormous, it's easy to think, where do I even begin? This overwhelming sensation can paralyze us, leading to procrastination. Next up is boredom. Let's face it, not all tasks are exciting or invigorating. Some tasks may feel tedious, dull, or simply uninteresting, causing us to put them off in favor of more engaging activities. Fear of failure is another common reason for procrastination. The thought of not being able to successfully complete a task can be daunting, leading us to delay starting or completing it. It's a classic case of, if I don't try, I can't fail. Finally, sometimes we just don't want to do the work. It's as simple as that. The task may not align with our interests, or we may not see its value, leading to a lack of motivation to get started. Understanding these reasons is the first step in tackling procrastination. Recognizing when you're feeling overwhelmed, bored, afraid of failing, or simply unmotivated can help you identify when you're likely to procrastinate and take proactive measures to prevent it. Now that we've understood the reasons, let's tackle them one by one. Our first tip is to create a to-do list. You may wonder, how can a simple list fight the monster of procrastination? Well, let me tell you, it's not just a list. It's a roadmap to your productivity. When you have all your tasks laid out before you, they seem less daunting. You're not just staring into a void of endless work anymore. Instead, you have a clear picture of what needs to be done. Creating a to-do list helps you structure your work. It gives you a sense of direction. You know where to start, what to do next, and where to end. It's like a game plan to navigate through your workday. And here's the best part. Every time you tick off a task, it gives you a sense of achievement. That little tick mark is a pat on your back telling you, good job, you're one step closer to your goal. It's a powerful motivator. Now, don't just dump everything onto your to-do list. Prioritize your tasks. Put the most crucial ones at the top. Break down larger tasks into smaller, manageable ones. And most importantly, be realistic. Don't set yourself up for failure by expecting to finish a month's work in a day. Remember, a well-structured to-do list can be your first step to beating procrastination. Moving on to our second tip. Break down tasks into smaller goals. This strategy is all about making a mountain appear more like a series of manageable molehills. When tasks seem overwhelming, it's natural to want to avoid them altogether. However, by dissecting these tasks into bite-sized pieces, they suddenly become less daunting and far more achievable. Consider this. You wouldn't try to eat an entire apple in one bite, right? You would naturally take smaller bites, making it easier to consume. The same principle applies to tasks and projects. Breaking down tasks also creates a clear roadmap for your project. Each small task is a step on the journey towards completion. And with each step taken, you're not just moving closer to your end goal, you're also building momentum. Remember, each small victory is a step in the right direction. It's these tiny triumphs that build up over time, leading to significant progress and ultimately, to the successful completion of the task at hand. So don't be daunted by the size of the task. Slice it up, tackle each piece one at a time, and before you know it, you'll be standing atop that once intimidating mountain, victorious. Small victories lead to big successes. Our third tip is to take regular breaks. Now this might sound counterintuitive when we're talking about getting more work done, but hear me out. When you're driving a car, you don't just keep your foot on the gas pedal all the time, do you? No, you slow down, you stop, you check your mirrors. Why? Because it keeps you sharp, alert, and safe. The same principle applies to your mind at work. Imagine your brain as an engine. Continuously revving it up without giving it time to cool down can lead to burnout. Breaks allow you to step away, recharge, and come back with a fresh perspective, ready to tackle your tasks with renewed vigor. It's not about being lazy or wasting time, it's about working smarter. Even short breaks can do wonders for your focus and productivity. So, whether it's a quick walk around the block, a 5-minute meditation, or just stepping away from your desk to stretch, make sure to give your mind the breather it needs. Remember, productivity isn't about non-stop work, it's about sustainable work. So take that break, let your mind cool down, and watch your productivity soar. Never underestimate the power of a good break. Scene script. Next up, find someone to hold you accountable. This is our fourth tip in combating procrastination, and it's a game changer. We humans are social creatures, and we thrive on interaction and connection. This is why having an accountability partner can be so powerful. When you share your goals and commitments with someone else, you're more likely to follow through. It's not just about avoiding embarrassment or disappointment, but about creating a sense of shared purpose and mutual encouragement. Think about it. When you're only accountable to yourself, it's easy to brush off a missed deadline or a skipped task. But when someone else is keeping track, it becomes a matter of integrity, of keeping your word. It's no longer just about you, it's about not letting someone else down. This can be a powerful motivator to keep procrastination at bay. An accountability partner can also provide a fresh perspective and possibly solutions to challenges you're facing. They can be your sounding board, your cheerleader, your coach. They can help you see things you might miss, challenge you to step out of your comfort zone, and encourage you when things get tough. So, who can be your accountability partner? It could be a colleague, a mentor, a friend, or even a family member. The key is to choose someone you trust, someone who understands your goals, and someone who isn't afraid to give you a gentle push when you need it. Remember, this is not a one-way street. As much as you benefit from their support, they can benefit from yours. It's about creating a partnership of mutual accountability and support. So, take a moment to think. Who in your life could be your accountability partner? Reach out to them, share your goals, your plans, your challenges. Invite them to join you on your journey to overcome procrastination. With an accountability partner, you are not alone in your journey. Our final tip is to eliminate distractions. Distractions are the arch nemesis of productivity and one of the leading causes of procrastination. Whether it's the constant ping of your smartphone, the lure of social media, or even the chatter of colleagues, these interruptions can significantly hamper your focus and work output. Now, the key to tackling this issue lies in creating a conducive working environment. It's about crafting a space where your attention isn't constantly being hijacked by external stimuli. This could mean turning off notifications during work hours, using noise-canceling headphones, or setting boundaries with those around you. Remember, the goal here isn't to isolate yourself from the world. It's about making mindful choices to stay engaged with your tasks. It's about prioritizing your work over the fleeting entertainment that distractions offer. Distractions, as harmless as they might seem, can lead to a vicious cycle of procrastination. But when you take active steps to eliminate or at least minimize them, you're paving the way for improved productivity and efficiency. After all, a distraction-free zone is a procrastination-free zone. Let's recap the tips we've discussed today to stop procrastination at work. Our first tip was to create a to-do list. By writing down what you need to accomplish, you create a tangible record of your tasks. This not only helps you to remember what you need to do, but it also allows you to see your progress as you tick off completed tasks, giving you a sense of achievement. Next, we talked about breaking down tasks. Instead of looking at a project as a big, overwhelming entity, slice it into smaller, more manageable pieces. This makes the task less daunting and more achievable, which can motivate you to get started. Our third tip was to take regular breaks. It may seem counterintuitive when you're trying to get work done, but taking a breather can actually boost your productivity. It helps clear your head, refreshes your focus, and prevents burnout. Then, we moved on to the idea of finding an accountability partner. This is someone who knows about your goals and will check in on your progress. They can provide that extra push when you're feeling unmotivated and celebrate with you when you accomplish your tasks. Finally, we discussed the importance of eliminating distractions. In our increasingly connected world, it's easy to get sidetracked by notifications, emails, or even just the noise around us. Find a quiet, distraction-free space where you can focus on your work. These tips are not quick fixes, but rather strategies you can incorporate into your daily routine. Overcoming procrastination is not about making huge changes all at once, but about taking small steps consistently over time. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe and like this video if you found it helpful. Remember, overcoming procrastination is a journey, and we're here to support you every step of the way.